The scene opens with dynamic, sweeping shots of a bustling school canteen, its vibrant energy palpable under the bright midday sun. The camera glides over tables filled with chattering students, capturing the subtle smiles, thoughtful glances, and earnest expressions that reveal a diverse tapestry of young lives. Close-ups highlight the determined faces of students from various backgrounds, each one a testament to the rich, multifaceted community that calls this school home. In the midst of the ordinary hum of laughter and conversation, an unspoken tension lingers, a prelude to an event that will disrupt the routine and shake the foundations of privilege. A resonant voiceover begins, its tone both authoritative and reflective. In a moment that shocked a whole school, a single, bold response redefined respect and challenged privilege. The words are measured and profound, cutting through the ambient sounds of the canteen. As the narration unfolds, the camera shifts to capture a series of evocative images, a wide shot of the entire canteen, followed by intimate portraits of students whose eyes mirror hope, resilience, and sometimes quiet apprehension. The musical score, thoughtful and deliberate, weaves a tapestry of suspense and promise, each note building an undercurrent of tension that hints at the extraordinary change about to occur. In the background, everyday scenes play out. Friends share jokes at crowded lunch tables, teachers circulate with kind smiles, and the routine clatter of trays and utensils fills the air. Yet, beneath this veneer of normalcy, the stage is being set for an unexpected confrontation. The narrator continues, "Today, an ordinary lunch period becomes the battleground for dignity and equality. An act of disrespect is about to be met with a response so powerful that it will echo throughout this school and beyond." These words establish the central conflict, drawing the audience into a narrative where a clash over respect and social inequality is imminent. The camera slowly pans to a particular corner of the canteen, where an air of tension begins to gather. In this moment, the audience senses that something significant is about to unfold, a confrontation that is not merely about a single remark, but about the broader struggle against ingrained privilege and discrimination. The musical score deepens, its gentle cadence interlacing with the soft murmur of the students, creating an atmosphere heavy with anticipation and the promise of transformation. Throughout the scene, the visuals work in harmony with the narration to hint at the stakes involved. A quick series of shots shows close-ups of hands gripping lunch trays, eyes darting nervously, and whispered conversations among groups of friends who are aware that the status quo is about to be challenged. The voiceover underscores these visual cues. This incident transcends the boundaries of a mere disagreement. It touches upon the very essence of respect, equality, and the power of standing up for oneself. It is a reminder that every individual, regardless of their background, possesses the strength to challenge injustice. These words resonate deeply, inviting viewers to reflect on their own experiences and the collective history of struggles for social justice. As the canteen's activity unfolds, the camera focuses on the faces of those who have witnessed past moments of injustice and those who now eagerly anticipate change. The narrative voice grows more impassioned, bridging the present with the lessons of history. For too long, voices have been silenced and dignity overlooked. Today, we bear witness to the moment when courage and truth break the cycle of discrimination. This reflection connects the current event with broader historical themes, appealing especially to viewers who recall the triumphs and trials of past civil rights struggles. In the final moments of the introduction, The camera captures one last, lingering shot of the canteen, a panoramic view filled with students whose eyes shine with determination and the quiet assurance that change is on the horizon. The music swells one final time, leaving a profound sense of anticipation and hope. The stage is now set, the conflict clearly drawn, and the promise of transformation hangs in the air as every viewer is invited to brace for the impact of a single, courageous act that will redefine respect and challenge privilege. The narrative unfolds with a series of intercut visuals that introduce us to two very different worlds converging within the same school environment. On one side, we see the vibrant life of the ditzy rich girl, her world defined by luxury, privilege, and a carefree attitude. In a sunlit corner of the school corridor, she laughs with friends, surrounded by designer accessories and casual smiles that reveal a life of ease. A voiceover from a respected teacher gently explains, "She has always been seen as the epitome of carefree confidence, a young girl raised in a world of abundance, where her opinions often come without the weight of consequences." The teacher's tone is warm yet reflective, emphasizing that while her behavior can sometimes seem insensitive, it is rooted in a sheltered environment where privilege has shielded her from many of life's harsher realities. Cut to a series of brief interviews with peers who remember her playful antics in class, her spontaneous dance in the hallway, and moments when her remarks, though offhand, occasionally hurt those around her. One peer remarks, "She's like a ray of sunshine, but sometimes her light is too bright, and it blinds her to the feelings of others." These insights, delivered with sincerity, paint a picture of a young person who is more complex than a stereotype, someone whose privilege has both its charms and its pitfalls. In stark contrast, the camera then shifts focus to a quiet, thoughtful boy, a 6-year-old whose demeanor radiates resilience. Glimpses of his home life are interwoven with scenes from school. In his modest living room, he sits at a worn dining table, carefully listening to his mother as she explains the importance of respect and kindness. His father, a gentle and wise figure, is seen showing him how to stand tall in the face of adversity. "We teach him that every person deserves dignity," his mother says softly in a candid interview. The boy's eyes, large and reflective, convey a maturity far beyond his years, a silent strength that is both humble and inspiring. Split-screen visuals then elegantly contrast these two lives. On one side, we see the rich girl amid plush surroundings and vibrant laughter, while on the other, the young boy is depicted in a quieter, more modest setting, where every small act of care from his family instills in him values of empathy and justice. The juxtaposition highlights not only the differences in their socioeconomic backgrounds, but also the shared environment of the school, where both live, learn, and interact. This visual interplay underlines that despite vast differences in privilege, the school remains a common ground, a place where the seeds of respect and equality can be sown. Transitioning into the broader social and cultural context, the narrative takes on a reflective tone. Archival images and historical footage of segregated schools and civil rights marches gently fade into view, serving as a reminder of the long history of racial stereotyping and inequality in educational settings. A calm, measured voiceover explains, "The challenges seen today in our schools are echoes of the past. The struggle for equal treatment and respect in public spaces is a battle that spans generations." These historical references resonate particularly with older viewers who remember or have heard about the civil rights movements, a time when speaking out against injustice was a revolutionary act. The narrator continues, This incident is not merely about a single clash between individuals. It is a reflection of the broader societal issues that shape our communities and our future. The stereotypes that continue to exist in our schools today have deep roots, and it is through moments of courageous defiance that we begin to uproot them. As the voiceover speaks, the screen shows brief, poignant clips of community leaders and educators discussing the legacy of discrimination and the ongoing efforts to foster inclusivity. These visuals serve to underscore that while individual actions are powerful, they are part of a larger tapestry of change, a change that has been fought for and continues to be fought for in classrooms and corridors across the nation. Through these layered narratives and striking visuals, the background section weaves together the personal stories of a ditzy rich girl and a resilient young boy, while simultaneously placing their encounter within the broader context of historical and ongoing social struggles. This part of the story establishes that the forthcoming confrontation in the school canteen is not an isolated incident, but a moment that reflects the deep-seated challenges of privilege and racial stereotyping in modern society. It is a call for reflection on past injustices and a reminder that every small act of respect, every courageous voice, contributes to the gradual dismantling of inequality. The school canteen is alive with the sounds of a typical lunchtime. The camera pans slowly over rows of tables filled with students chatting, laughing, and enjoying their meals. The ambient sounds of clattering trays and distant chatter create a comforting, familiar rhythm. Amid this ordinary routine, the scene is set with careful attention to detail. The gentle hum of conversation, the soft clinks of utensils, and the warm light filtering through large windows all contribute to a sense of normalcy that is about to be shattered. As the camera moves through the busy room, it captures close-up shots of smiling faces, diverse in age and background, each one engaged in the simple pleasure of a shared meal. In one corner of the canteen, a group of friends laugh together, their voices intermingling with the background music that underscores the daily routine. However, as the camera shifts focus, subtle changes in the atmosphere begin to emerge. The lens lingers on a table where a ditzy rich girl, known for her carefree attitude, is seated with a few peers. Her bright clothes and sparkling accessories emphasize a life of privilege, and her expression is one of self-assured nonchalance. In the midst of this lively scene, the camera gradually moves to capture a young black boy sitting alone at a small table. His eyes are reflective, and his posture gentle yet attentive, a quiet presence amid the noise of the canteen. For a moment, the ordinary ambiance of lunchtime appears undisturbed, until the rich girl directs a dismissive remark toward him. The camera zooms in slowly on her face as she speaks, a tone light and flippant, yet laden with a hidden cruelty that is impossible to ignore. Her words, though not loud, carry a weight that disrupts the balance of the room. Subtle camera angles capture the reactions of nearby students and staff. Faces that were moments ago filled with casual contentment now reveal expressions of shock and discomfort. A teacher passing by pauses, glancing uneasily toward the source of the tension, while a group of students exchange looks that are a mixture of disbelief and silent disapproval. Close-ups of the rich girl's dismissive smirk and the boy's crestfallen expression serve as a powerful contrast. The child's eyes fill with a mix of confusion and hurt as he processes the unjust command to retreat to a less visible spot in the canteen. The camera lingers on these moments with careful detail. A slow pan across the room captures the subtle shifts in body language, shoulders slumping, eyes avoiding contact, and hands clenching in quiet protest. Ambient sounds lower in volume, allowing the weight of the incident to settle over the room. The rich girl, still unaware of the full impact of her words, continues her conversation as if nothing has happened, while the boy's quiet distress becomes the focal point. In that instant, the everyday noise of the canteen fades into a hushed silence, punctuated only by the faint sound of his breathing, a signal that something significant is about to take place. Then, in a moment that seems to stretch time, the boy rises from his seat. The camera zooms in on his face, capturing the transformation from shock to resolute determination. His eyes, once filled with hurt, now burn with a quiet fire of dignity. In a voice that is soft yet unwavering, he speaks 3 words that cut through the tension like a clarion call: "Respect, please, now." These words, delivered with deliberate clarity, echo throughout the canteen. For a heartbeat, the entire room seems to pause, as if every individual is processing the magnitude of his simple yet powerful statement. The cinematic effect is immediate and profound. In slow motion, the boy's words hang in the air, each syllable imbued with the strength of his conviction. The camera captures the rich girl's reaction, her confident facade faltering, replaced by an expression of startled disbelief. Meanwhile, other students are shown with expressions ranging from shock to admiration. A teacher stops in mid-step, her eyes widening as she registers the significance of the moment. The energy of the room shifts perceptibly. What was once an ordinary lunchtime is now transformed into a scene of collective reflection and burgeoning change. Close-up shots capture the silent solidarity among the students, a shared, unspoken recognition that this incident is about more than just a rude remark. It is a challenge to long-held assumptions about privilege and respect. The camera pans slowly from the boy's determined face to the broader room, where whispers begin to ripple, and the ambient sounds gradually return, though now they carry a note of cautious optimism. In that moment, the boy's dignity has become the catalyst for change, his bold retort serving as a beacon of resistance against the casual cruelty that had momentarily reigned. The impact of his words is palpable, leaving everyone in the room in a state of stunned silence, yet also hinting at the promise of a new beginning, a turning point where respect and self-worth are upheld above all else. The atmosphere in the canteen shifts dramatically as the ripple effect of the boy's bold words begins to take hold. Immediately, a murmur of disbelief mingles with quiet nods of approval. Close-up shots capture wide eyes and slowly dawning smiles on students' faces, while teachers exchange glances that speak of cautious hope. In one corner, a group of friends huddle together, their whispers a mix of astonishment and support. The camera pans over these reactions, conveying that what began as an isolated moment of defiance is now seeding a collective awakening. Within moments, a teacher steps forward, her voice calm yet firm as she addresses the assembled students. "This behavior will not be tolerated," she announces, her words resonating with authority. Nearby, a school administrator convenes a quick meeting with staff, ensuring that every member is aware that discrimination has no place here. Their decisive intervention sends a clear message. Respect and accountability are fundamental, and any act of prejudice will be met with immediate action. Brief interviews with older staff members cut into the narrative. One veteran teacher, her voice soft but resolute, reflects, "I have seen many incidents in my years, but today's response was extraordinary. It shows that even a young person can challenge injustice and make us all rethink our behavior." Another administrator adds, "Respect is the cornerstone of our community." When someone stands up for what is right, it reminds us of our duty to protect every student's dignity. Their measured insights underscore the significance of the incident, lending it the weight of experience and historical context. As the immediate consequences settle, the focus shifts to the emotional journey unfolding within the boy. The camera captures a series of intimate close-ups. His eyes, still shining with a mixture of vulnerability and newfound courage. His posture, which, though small in stature, now radiates a quiet power. A trusted adult, a school counselor known for her empathetic approach, speaks directly to the camera. What we witnessed today was not merely a reaction against disrespect. It was an affirmation of inner strength. He showed us that dignity can prevail, even in the face of ridicule. Her reflective tone, paired with visuals of the boy sitting quietly after the confrontation, creates an atmosphere of introspection and admiration. In parallel, snippets of social media posts and school announcements flash on the screen. Tweets and Instagram stories, filled with hashtags and messages of support, reveal that the incident has sparked broader conversations about respect and equality. Classrooms are shown in discussion, where teachers facilitate open dialogues about standing up against discrimination. One clip features a student saying, "It made me realize that even if you're small, your voice matters." This evidence of a ripple of change serves as a powerful reminder that a single act of courage can inspire an entire community to reevaluate long-held attitudes. The narrative deepens further with a reflective voiceover. In every generation, there comes a moment when the courage of one transforms the outlook of many. Today, that moment has arrived here, as one child's assertion of self-worth challenges the status quo and redefines the meaning of respect. Archival footage of past civil rights moments briefly intercuts with current scenes, drawing a subtle parallel between historical struggles and the present-day fight for equality. The montage is both a tribute and a call to action, evoking the enduring legacy of those who have fought against injustice before. The camera returns to the boy, now surrounded by peers who look at him with a mixture of admiration and inspired determination. His quiet defiance has not only unsettled the established order, but has also ignited a renewed sense of purpose among those who have long suffered from inequality. In one final, poignant close-up, his face reveals a steady resolve, a promise that his act of bravery will continue to inspire change. As the sequence draws to a close, the voiceover softly concludes, "Today, we are reminded that every act of courage, no matter how small, carries the potential to reshape our world. When we stand together against injustice, our collective voice becomes a powerful force for transformation." The screen fades into images of the canteen slowly returning to normal, yet now with an undercurrent of hope and unity that signals a new beginning. In the wake of the incident, the school quickly mobilizes to address the fallout. The camera pans across a series of urgent scenes. A school assembly in the gymnasium, where the principal stands at a podium solemnly addressing a room full of attentive students and staff. The principal explains that a serious violation of respect and inclusivity has occurred, and that the administration is committed to ensuring that every voice is heard and every student is treated with dignity. In the background, teachers convene small group discussions, setting the stage for renewed conversations about the importance of empathy, equality, and the power of words. The atmosphere is one of both accountability and hope, as the school vows to implement initiatives designed to educate students about the lasting impact of their actions. At a round-table meeting in a bright, modern classroom, a respected teacher leads a discussion with students about empathy and respect. The teacher, with gentle authority, shares personal anecdotes about times when standing up for what is right made all the difference, and emphasizes that every member of the school community plays a vital role in creating a safe environment. As the conversation unfolds, snippets of dialogue reveal students discussing how words can wound and heal, and how their everyday interactions contribute to a culture of inclusion. The teacher concludes the session with a clear message. Learning from our mistakes is essential for growth, and together we can build a community where respect is not optional, but expected. Elsewhere, the camera shifts to a quiet moment in a private office, where the ditzy rich girl, previously known for her careless behavior, sits with a caring mentor. In a one-on-one conversation, the mentor gently explains the consequences of her actions, highlighting that privilege comes with responsibility. The mentor's voice is soft, yet firm, guiding her to see that genuine respect must be earned through understanding and compassion. The rich girl listens intently, her expression shifting from defensiveness to remorse as she begins to grasp the impact of her words. This intimate exchange underscores the importance of personal accountability and the possibility of change, even for those who once acted without thought. As the institutional responses settle in, the narrative expands to reveal the broader healing taking place within the community. In a series of intercut visuals, students, teachers, and parents gather in a community hall for an open forum. The mood is collaborative and uplifting, as everyone shares their thoughts on what respect truly means and how each individual's actions contribute to a collective sense of belonging. A few heartfelt testimonials capture the essence of this transformation. One parent remarks, "I have never seen our school come together like this. Today, we have learned that one brave response can spark a movement toward real change." Another student, speaking with quiet determination, adds, "I now believe that every voice matters, and even the smallest act of courage can inspire others to stand up for what is right." A visual montage follows, featuring scenes of community solidarity, groups of students working together on art projects that celebrate diversity, teachers leading interactive sessions on social justice, and even casual moments of laughter shared by friends who have learned to appreciate one another's differences. In the center of this montage, the young boy who delivered his bold retort becomes a symbol of resilience. His calm expression and measured stance, captured in slow-motion close-ups, remind viewers that true strength lies in the courage to stand up for oneself and for others. His actions have not only held those in power accountable, but have also sparked a ripple effect of empowerment throughout the school. In these final moments, the narrative leaves viewers with an inspiring call to action. Let us all remain vigilant against injustice, nurturing respect and inclusivity wherever we go. The screen fades out with a series of hopeful images, a sunlit hallway filled with students of all backgrounds, a mural painted by the community celebrating unity, and a slow sunset over the school building, symbolizing the promise of a better, more compassionate future. In the quiet aftermath of a day that forever changed the atmosphere in a school canteen, we are left to reflect on a journey that began with a moment of disrespect and culminated in a powerful stand for dignity. The incident unfolded when a ditzy rich girl made a dismissive remark toward a young black boy, a remark that shocked the routine of everyday lunch hours. In that instant, the boy, with quiet determination, spoke words that cut through the haze of indifference, a bold declaration that resonated with the entire room. His response not only halted the flow of casual conversation, but sparked a collective awakening among students, teachers, and staff. As we look back on those key moments, we see how one act of courage has the power to inspire change. The boy's resolute words, delivered with a calm intensity, transformed an ordinary day into a turning point in the fight for respect and equality. In the moments that followed his declaration, the atmosphere shifted. Disbelief gave way to solidarity, and the community began to question the norms that had long allowed discrimination to persist. Teachers stepped in to address the behavior. Administrators convened discussions on inclusivity, and peers expressed both shock and admiration. Every reaction, every look exchanged, testified to the fact that dignity and courage are transformative forces. This journey reminds us that even when faced with disrespect, the power to stand up for oneself and for others can bring about meaningful change. The boy's bold response served as a beacon, illuminating the path toward a more respectful and compassionate community. His quiet strength and determination have now become a symbol, a reminder that every individual, regardless of age, has the power to challenge injustice and reshape the world around them. In these reflective moments, as we witness the lasting impact of his courageous act, we are reminded that true change begins with the simplest of actions. Each act of defiance against injustice creates ripples that spread far beyond the immediate moment, reaching into the hearts of those who have long suffered in silence. The incident has not only transformed the dynamic within the canteen, but has also set the stage for ongoing discussions about respect, accountability, and the importance of inclusivity in our communities. Now, as we conclude this narrative, we are called to carry forward the spirit of that brave act. Let us remember that every time we choose to stand up against disrespect and discrimination, we contribute to a legacy of hope and positive change. Parents, educators, and community leaders are encouraged to nurture an environment where every voice is valued and every individual is treated with dignity. It is in our collective responsibility to ensure that our schools, neighborhoods, and workplaces become safe spaces where respect is not optional, but a fundamental right. May this story inspire us all to be vigilant against injustice, to speak out when we witness disrespect, and to support those who, like the young boy, dare to challenge inequality with a simple yet powerful voice. Let us embrace the belief that every act of courage, no matter how small, has the potential to reshape our future. Together, we can build a community where compassion prevails and where every child is empowered to live with dignity and respect. As the screen fades into images of a warm sunset over a diverse community gathering, a montage of smiling faces, open discussions, and united hands, we are left with an enduring call to action. Stand up, speak out, and let your voice be heard. Share your own stories of courage and justice, and join us in creating a legacy that bridges generations and fosters a more inclusive, compassionate tomorrow.